So, on the last Talking Tesla 250, I made a joke, which was only half joking, about if you put up too many wind turbines, you could theoretically use up all of the wind energy in the world. Now, there's so much more wind energy than we need to power the entire planet. It's not a big issue. Nobody's going to put up that many wind turbines. But it was a joke, and it's interesting because as you use this energy to create electricity, you're taking that energy and it's going in here, and so there's less energy out the back. We also know that you've got to be careful where you put these gigantic windmills, because if you put them in the wrong fashion, they can sort of block much wind coming to the next one unless they're, up to 3 kilometers away from each other. So you stagger them in different ways. So there's this study that I think Joel found by this Professor Jacobson from Stanford. And he's been working for 20 years at Stanford, working on air pollution, wind energy, and all this stuff. And he did a study in 2014 and looked at the biggest hurricanes that had occurred up to that time, like Katrina and others, and put it through a mathematical simulation. And basically said, so you've got this gigantic hurricane coming in. If you had enough wind turbines off the coast, instead of this creating lots of damage when it gets to the coast and destroying lots of things here, that these wind turbines could actually reduce the amount of wind energy and surge by up to 50% or even more. So that's pretty substantial. So if you had tens of thousands of these, they could actually reduce the damage from the wind, from the rain, and from the surge that you get from hurricanes. This is pretty profound. He also noted that during the year, you could be making electricity. So a big question that I had that he answers, and you can actually find this online, we'll put a link in the show notes. He said, and people always ask, of course, well, can these wind turbines sustain being used when the wind speeds are so high? But it turns out that what he says is that, so here's your hurricane, and here's your wind turbine. And as the hurricane's coming, the wind forces out here are not as big here. So this actually starts to slow down. All of these wind turbines start to slow down the hurricane and never allow the wind speeds to get, beyond like 180 miles an hour once they get to the turbines. So I am no climate expert, and I don't know exactly, how this stands up. It's been a number of years. But in theory, according to this one research article, wind turbines could generate electricity all year and take all of these giant forces and make them less forces, reducing the amount of surge and damage. And this would cost billions of dollars to put these out there. But guess how much these events cost? They cost billions and billions of dollars. So actually, you would save money by doing this. It's a fascinating concept, and this is the kind of adaptation that we're going to have to do if we're going to be able to live in a world where the hurricanes keep getting bigger. This is a win-win if it works. So I'm going to do some more follow-up and find out, has anybody actually gone beyond the simulation and had a look at some of these hurricanes as they've gone through where there are wind turbines? I'll find out and let you know. Herbert out.